Welcome to the mystic lands of Sudan, a place where history and culture weave an intricate tapestry. Nestled within the Taka Mountains, a love story flourished, carried by the winds that sang of destiny. This is the legend of Al-Muhalliq and Tajooj, a timeless tale of love that has captivated hearts through the ages. Join us in uncovering their extraordinary journey. Can the remnants of a shattered love ever bring peace? What if the ghosts of the past hold the key to healing? In the midst of Anater's newfound peace, a sudden bandit attack shatters the village's fragile healing. As Tajooj bravely faces the ruthless leader, her beauty ignites a deadly frenzy among the bandits, leading to a heart-wrenching tragedy by the Setit River. With her final breath, Tajooj whispers Al-Muhalliq's name, her love for him undying even in the face of death. The villagers, finding her lifeless body, are left to mourn a love story that, despite its tragic end, will forever resonate in their hearts. What legacy will Tajooj and Al-Muhalliq leave behind? In Anater village, which is surrounded by the lush greenery and flowing river Setit, sorrow once cast a heavy shadow. Yet, through resilience and hope, the village began to transform. Tajooj, a woman who had suffered great loss, found comfort in storytelling. Her tales, woven from her experiences, resonated deeply with the villagers, offering a sense of solace and connection. Saeid, grappling with his own complex emotions, strived to honor Al-Muhalliq's memory while allowing himself to move forward. They both learned that love could take many forms, and while the past would always hold a special place in their hearts, the future was theirs to shape. Life in the village was much like the river that ran through it, ever-changing, bringing both joy and sorrow. It was up to Tajooj and Saeid to find beauty amidst it all. As they walked, they felt Al-Muhalliq's spirit guiding them toward a brighter tomorrow. Amidst the peace and rebuilding, a new threat loomed. Nafisa, a manipulative fortune-teller, returned to the village, casting an air of unease. The villagers, aware of her role in the earlier tragedy, viewed her with suspicion and fear. However, Nafisa, ever the cunning manipulator, sought to use the situation to her advantage. She approached Tajooj, offering her services to enhance her storytelling. Tajooj, desperate for some semblance of closure, reluctantly agreed. Nafisa began to weave her web of deceit once more, claiming she could communicate with the spirits of the dead and bring messages of comfort from Al-Muhalliq. Initially, Nafisa's manipulations brought Tajooj a sense of comfort. The idea of communicating with Al-Muhalliq's spirit filled her with hope that she might find peace. However, as Nafisa's influence grew, so did the villagers' suspicions. They began to question her motives and the authenticity of her claims. A group of villagers, led by Al-Muhalliq's mother, decided to confront Nafisa. They gathered evidence of her deceit and presented it to the village elders. The confrontation was intense, with Nafisa vehemently denying the accusations. However, the weight of the evidence against her was undeniable. In a dramatic turn of events, Nafisa's true intentions were revealed. She had been using the villagers' grief to manipulate them for her gain. Her deceitful practices were exposed, and she was banished from the village, her reputation in tatters. With Nafisa gone, the village began the slow process of healing. The elders, recognizing the need for unity, organized a series of rituals and ceremonies to honor the memory of Al-Muhalliq and bring the community together. These ceremonies were filled with songs, poetry, and stories that celebrated his life and the love he had shared with Tajooj. Tajooj, though still burdened by sorrow, found solace in these communal gatherings. She began to participate actively, sharing her memories and stories of Al-Muhalliq. Her willingness to open her heart to the villagers helped mend the fractures within the community. Saeid, seeking redemption for his past actions, threw himself into helping the village heal. He worked tirelessly, participating in the ceremonies and offering his support to those in need. His efforts did not go unnoticed, and slowly, the villagers began to see the sincerity of his remorse. One day, during a particularly poignant ceremony, Saeid stood before the villagers and spoke from his heart. He confessed his guilt and expressed his deep regret for the pain he had caused. His words, filled with emotion, resonated with the villagers, who could see the depth of his remorse. Tajooj, moved by Saeid's heartfelt confession, approached him after the ceremony. They spoke at length, sharing their grief and the burden of their shared history. At that moment, a fragile understanding began to form between them. The process of healing was long and arduous, but slowly, the village of Anater began to find its way back to a semblance of peace. The memory of Al-Muhalliq and Tajooj's love became a symbol of resilience and the enduring power of love, even in the face of tragedy. Tajooj, though forever marked by the sorrow of her past, found a new sense of purpose. She dedicated herself to preserving the memory of Al-Muhalliq through her storytelling, ensuring that his legacy would live on. Her tales, filled with love and loss, became a source of inspiration for the villagers. Saeid, too, found a new path. He continued to work for the betterment of the village, earning back the trust and respect of his community. Though the scars of the past remained, they served as a reminder of the lessons learned and the strength found in forgiveness and redemption. One day, a notable from one of the great East Sudan tribes passed away, and due to familial ties with the Humran, men, women, and children traveled to the mourning site. The next morning, women and children were arranged to return to Anater village. The howdags and camels were prepared, and the women and children set off alone, unguarded, and exposed to fate's dangers. As the East Sudan tribes mourned, a new threat emerged. Bandits, drawn by tales of the Humran's wealth, attacked the vulnerable women and children returning from the burial. The bandits seized the opportunity to rob them of their valuables, stripping the women of their gold and silver and opening the howdags. Among the bandits was a ruthless leader who, upon seeing Tajooj's beauty, decided to take her for himself. He hurried towards her howdags, pulled her down, and attempted to take her on his camel. In the chaos, Tajooj displayed her bravery, standing up to the bandit leader. At that moment, all the bandits saw her angelic beauty, abandoning the camels and the women's gold and silver, and started fighting each other to win her favor. As they fought and killed each other, Tajooj seized the opportunity and fled towards the women's protection. In a tragic turn, one of the bandits, driven by greed and lust, stabbed Tajooj in the chest. The women, horrified, rallied to her aid, but it was too late. The beautiful Tajooj, the heart of the village, lay dying. Her last thoughts were of Al-Muhalliq, and she whispered his name as she slipped away from the bandits. Despite her grievous wound, Tajooj managed to escape from the bandits. With her last bit of strength, she ran towards the Setit River, seeking solace in the place that held so many memories of her love for Al-Muhalliq. The villagers found her by the river, her life slipping away. The beautiful woman breathed her last breath beside the serene river and was buried in a place south of the Taka Mountains, where 2 doom trees marked the site, which became a place of pilgrimage. Years passed, and the story of Al-Muhalliq and Tajooj became a cherished part of the village's history. Their love, though marked by tragedy, was remembered for its intensity and purity. The lessons learned from their story were passed down through generations, a testament to the enduring power of love and the importance of trust and forgiveness. The village of Anater, once shadowed by sorrow, found new strength in unity and resilience. The memory of Al-Muhalliq's poetry and Tajooj's beauty became woven into the fabric of their culture, a reminder of the power of love to overcome even the darkest of times. As the city of Kassala and the village of Anater continue to grow and evolve, the lessons of Al-Muhalliq and Tajooj's love story remain ever relevant. The villagers honor their legacy, finding strength and guidance in their story. New challenges and triumphs await the villagers, but the enduring power of love, trust, and forgiveness will continue to guide them. Stay tuned for future stories that delve into the rich history and evolving culture of Sudan. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss the next chapter of this captivating saga.